guys, today I want to talk a little bit about vehicle storage, or storage for going camping. So is having a built-in unit in the back of your truck the right thing for you, or is having a set of totes the right thing for you? Coming up. Alright, so the first thing I wanted to tell you guys about was actually where I started. So I actually started with some totes. So let me show you these totes that I have right here. The first one I'd like to talk about here is this Plano Sportsman tote. So this tote is, I want to say it was like 15 or 20 bucks each, so they're a little bit expensive. But the reason why I picked this tote out is, I'll show you right here. The way that it connects, there's a little lip here, so that it actually sits very smoothly on top of the tote. So it's not waterproof. However, if water comes on it and goes over the edge, it would be very unlikely to get inside. Now moisture can still get in there. The reason why I bought these totes originally was because I wanted to use them on my trailer. And since my trailer is an open top trailer, I stacked my totes in there, and then it would rain on them. The rain would just kind of drip off the sides of the trailer. But having that lip prevented a lot of my stuff from getting too wet. So definitely consider that tote as an option. I know I've seen some other videos out on YouTube recommending the same totes. Second tote I want to talk about here is the Remington Dry Box. Now this is actually a weather type box by Remington. So this is actually to store ammo in. So it's set up to keep your gear dry. So what I put in here is actually my entire cooking set. So I've got a backup alcohol stove in here, a little Trangia, a couple of MREs, and then any sort of dry food that I keep. So the feature I want to talk about on this is very similar, except for this has got an actual layer of weather stripping. So a similar design here where the lip is going to hang over. However, there is a piece of like plastic, rubber, poly material that when you close and click the tote shut, it actually becomes watertight. So I use this to store all my food in. It keeps it dry and fresh even if I have to leave it in the garage. And then I bring it in and sort through it a couple times a year in between camping trips. The last thing that I wanted to talk about is actually the vehicle storage option. So what I use my vehicle storage for is actually like my recovery gear and things like that. Emergency gear, tools, things like that. So the way mine is designed, I've got this top section. They're just little clasp hooks on the side. You actually open this up and you can actually, it's got a double hinge on it, so you can actually get the entire top of this thing up out of the way. Now the benefit there is I can kind of stuff bigger stuff in here, and then when I need to reach all the way into the back, I've got some additional space here to get in there. So in here I keep my drill, my compressor, some assortment of tools, socket wrench set. One of these bags has a first aid kit in it. The other bag has ratchet straps in it. I keep some jumper cables, and then in the back I keep a hazmat kit in case there are any oil spills or anything on the trail, so we can keep that up. So we can clean that up. So that's the top. The bottom, I actually went over to Home Depot. And picked up some heavy duty sliders, and this is just a drawer that you can pull out. So in it I have tarp, high lift accessories. This is an accessory for my canopy. You can break out with this. A lot of miscellaneous, fix-a-flat in emergency. Keep my fire extinguisher back here, my little one. I've got a set of boots for hitting the mud. And then I've got some hand sanitizer wipes. I've got a spare raincoat back here. I've got an axe, a little Smittybilt axe. So again, just lots of accessories that you might need, but you don't typically need every time you go out. But you don't want to have to worry about packing and repacking every time you go out. I'd rather have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Alright, so hopefully that at least answered some of the basics for what I do for storage. I want to know below though, what is it that you use for storage? Is it a similar tote? Is it a different tote? And then have you ever built a built-in? I literally built this one in my garage, probably cost me around $100. I just painted it with high gloss black paint that I had laying around. Another thing too, and I can actually show you real quick, I have little hooks to tie down things underneath the refrigerator side. So one of the things that I need to do still is to install a slider for the refrigerator to come in and out. Then what I need to do is to bolt this entire unit down in the back of the truck, so so that it's sturdy and I can have my refrigerator come in and out. Still kind of working out what design I think I want to have, but that would be the next phase of that project. Anyway, again, if you guys have any questions, please post them below. Let me know what you guys are using, and we'll see you in the next video.